At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you stand as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem. We ask you to remove your hats. Active and retired military personnel are invited to keep their hats on and render a salute.
Hi, everyone, and a pleasant good morning to you wherever you may be. Excuse me, I am Tony Abatey, and we're back here at the LaRoche Baseball Complex, Dave Regan Stadium here in Fort Scott, as we have the championship game of the 2025 Adam LaRoche Varsity Baseball Tournament. Show you really quickly the brackets and how we got here. Of course, Fort Scott, they won their first game against Ottawa back on Thursday, 11-10. They defeated Carl Junction Thursday night, 2-1. The Blue Valley West Jaguars, they got past Tonganoxie in their first game yesterday, 3-2. Excuse me, and then took care of Wellington 17-6 in their semifinal game, and that's how we got to this position here today, with Blue Valley West at 10-0 and Fort Scott
Leading off for the Tigers, the pitcher,
at
number 7, Dub Chipman.
9-1. And we're just about ready to get things started here this morning. Fort Scott will be the visiting team. Dub Chipman will lead things off for the Tigers against James Hunt, the pitcher for Blue Valley North. And the first pitch is inside for ball number 1. We'll get those lineups for you here in just a few moments. One catches the strike zone. 1-1 the count now to Chipman. That one's in there for a called strike as well. One-two pitch is fouled back and out of play. Another foul ball at the plate. who's fouled back and out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Dub Chipman. The Tigers will have Chipman leading off, and then Cannon Brown plays second and bats second today. Lennox Van, the shortstop, hitting third. He had a complete game victory on the mound on Thursday night in the semifinal game for the Tigers. Swing and a miss. And out number 1.
Number 11, Cannon Brown.
So now Cannon Brown bats with the bases empty and 1 out. Jaden Clayton is back in the cleanup spot playing third base. Left fielder Brody Gomez is hitting 5th. Hitting 6th is Caden Cannon. He's back in right field this morning. Colton Rogers is behind the plate. He bats 7th. Hitting 8th is Dexter Williams. He's at first base today. And Ty Marbury is the center fielder, hitting in the 9 spot for the Tigers. First pitch to Cannon Brown is outside. Ball 1. The defense for Blue Valley West, we'll get that in just a moment as that pitch is fouled back to the screen. Left to right across the outfield. Peyton Magnus is in left field. Zach Noonan is in center. True Tracy is in right. Around the infield, first to third, Tyler Nolker is at first base. Cole Ryherd is at second. Three balls and 2 strikes now. On the batter, Cannon Brown, and another foul ball there. And this ball is sliced foul down the left field line. Let's try the defense again for Blue Valley West. Peyton Magnus is in left. Harrison Ibis is in center field. Zach Noonan is in right. Tyler Nolker is at first. Swing and a miss. The ball was low, so they got to complete the play at first, and they will do so, and that's out number 2.
Batting third, the shortstop number 6, Lennox Van.
So now Lennox Van bats with 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch to him is just off the outside corner. So again, Tyler Nolker is at first. Cole Ryherd is at second. True Tracy is actually at shortstop. Brandon Parks is at third for Blue Valley West. Pitch taken on the inside corner, 1-1. Jake Johnson is behind the plate, and James Hunt is on the mound for the Jaguars this afternoon. And Lennox tried to hold up there, but went a little bit too far. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Lennox Van. The wind and the delivery from Hunt. Just off the outside corner to even the count, 2-2. Lennox is predominantly the shortstop for the Tigers, but one of their starting pitchers as well, and had a complete game victory, nearly a complete game shutout as he takes the ball low here. That fills the count against Carl Junction in the semifinal game on Thursday night. Fastball there, swung on and missed. So 3 strikeouts to get the Tigers in order in the top of the first. We'll head to the bottom of the first in just a few moments. This is Tiger Baseball on Duckbait TV. If you're interested in helping us out at Duckbait Media, bringing more Tiger and Greyhound athletic events, become a sponsor today. Contact us at tonyabady@gmail.com, duckbaitmedia@gmail.com, or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/duckbaitmedia. We're here to bring you the best of the Tigers and Hounds on youtube.com/duckbaittv. So as we head to the bottom of the first, the Blue Valley West lineup will look like this. Sam Shelton will bat first. He's the DH today. Cole Reichert is at second base. He'll bat second. Hitting third is Zach Noonan. He's in right field. True Tracy, the shortstop, bats fourth. Hitting fifth is Brandon Parks. He's the third baseman today. Harrison Ibis is in center field for the Jaguars, and he bats sixth. Hitting seventh is Tyler Nolker. He's at first. Peyton Magnus is the left fielder. He's batting eighth. And hitting ninth is Jake Johnson. He'll be doing the catching. And the pitcher and flex player is James Hunt today for the Jaguars. The Tigers not using a flex player here in the championship game this afternoon. First pitch from Dub Chipman is breaking ball low and away. The defense for the Tigers, Brody Gomez is in left, Ty Marbury in center. And Caden Cannon is in right as there's a swing and a miss to even the count there. 1-1 pitch on the way. Shortened a bunt and didn't pull it back in time. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dexter Williams is at first. Cannon Brown back at second. Lennox Van at short. And Shaden Clayton is at third. That pitch is high. Colton Rogers back behind the plate for the Tigers, and Dub Chipman is on the mound for the first time this weekend. Ball out towards second. Nice play by Brown over to first and in time for out number 1.
Batting second, the second baseman, number 99, Cole Reichert.
And now Cole Reichert will step in. First pitch to him is in there for a strike. Reichert, one of the younger guys on the varsity team for Blue Valley West. That pitch is outside. Reichert, just a sophomore, starting at second base. And he caught my eye, not necessarily because he's pretty young, on a really good team, as that ball is hit into the corner there. And that's going to roll a long ways. Reichert will stop at second base. Great job by Brody Gomez to get to that ball and get it in quickly.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 37, Zach Noonan.
So it's just a double for Reichert. And now Zach Noonan, the right fielder, steps in. That one's hammered out towards left field. Brody going back, and that's going to be over his head, up against the wall. The run from second will score, and it will be another double for Noonan.
Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 14, True Tracy.
And now True Tracy, the shortstop, bats with a 1-0 lead for Blue Valley West. First pitch to Tracy is low, but try to finish this up on Ryherd. Again, he's a sophomore playing on a 6A team that's got an incredible tradition on the baseball diamond. So that in and of itself is pretty impressive. But he also, not sure if he's an Aaron Judge fan or not, but he's wearing number 99, which is not a usual number for a high school baseball player. Most high school baseball teams will get jerseys, 1 through 30 and just hand them out to people. 1-1 pitch. That one's on the outside corner for a strike. But as a sophomore, he's got enough clout to get his own number, and it's not a typical baseball number, at least outside of the city of New York. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one's popped up. Will it stay in play? It's foul territory. Coming over and making the catch is Dexter Williams. Great job by Dexter over there.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 16, Brandon Parks.
And that's out number 2. Brandon Parks now bats with 2 outs and a runner on second. And pitch is fouled back into the screen. Blue Valley West, we mentioned they've got a great baseball tradition. Of course, that whole Kansas City area. Blue Valley North is here. They've got a pretty good baseball tradition as well. Grounder out towards short, or second base rather. Taken by Brown, and that's out number 3. And that'll retire the Jaguars. We'll finish that point when we come back. Baseball tradition in Kansas City. But anyway, we'll take a break. We'll come back. This is Fort Scott Baseball on Duckbait TV. Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Mark, Dave, Jolene, Manda, and Tyler are ready to greet you with a smile and help with whatever you may need. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300.
Leading off for the Tigers and batting fourth, the third baseman, number 3, Jaden Clayton.
So Jaden Clayton will lead things off for the Tigers. They were retired in order in the top of the first. So they'll go Clayton, Brody Gomez, and Caden Cannon. Here in the second inning, if anybody gets on, the catcher Colton Rogers will step to the plate. We were talking before the break there about Blue Valley West and their tradition. All those Blue Valley schools are really good, especially in baseball these days. Here's the pitch. That one's hammered towards left field. Going back on it is Magnus, and he'll make the catch for out number 1.
The left fielder, number 4, Brody Gomez.
1 ball and 1 strike. To Brody Gomez. James Hunt throwing fire up there through the first 2 innings. First inning and a third, I guess, technically. That pitch is off the inside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Gomez. And now a full count on Brody. Nice foul ball by Gomez to stay alive here. This one's fouled out of play. Count remains 3-2. Looked like another pretty nice fastball there from James Hunt. Swung on and missed. And that's 4 strikeouts in the first 5 batters. Caden Cannon bats. Here's the first pitch. That one's fouled back to the screen. One ball and 1 strike now on Cannon. That one misses just outside. But Blue Valley West, they have qualified for the 6A state baseball tournament each of the last 4 seasons. And in 2021, they just made the tournament. 2022 and 23, they were back-to-back champions. And then last year, they got to the championship game and ended up losing in the championship game. But they have been in the championship game the last 3 years, been at the state tournament the last 4 years, and they were back-to-back champs. And the first one of those in 2022 was right here at LaRoche Stadium. 2 years ago, they won it at KU. They changed the venue there. But anyway, we'll go to the bottom of the second. Still 1-0 Blue Valley West over the Fort Scott Tigers. This is Tiger Baseball on Duckbait TV.
Ready to turn your nails into a work of art? Hi, I'm Delena Beatty, nail tech and artist. I specialize in custom nail art as unique as you are. From vibrant designs to delicate details, I will do my best to bring your vision to life and make sure every set of nails tells your personal story. Get the perfect combination of style, quality, and fun with Nails by Delin at Spoiled Brat Salon in Fort Scott, Kansas.
So first pitch of the bottom of the second is swung through and missed by Harrison Ibis. Another swing and a miss there. That one's low for a ball. So, again, we mentioned Blue Valley West, a great tradition on the baseball diamond. The 1-2 pitch here. This one's fouled back to the screen. And like I said there right before the break, they've been here before at the La Roche Baseball Complex. They won the 6A state championship in 2022 here in Fort Scott. Grounder off of Dub's glove, and it gets to Lennox. He'll just have to eat it there. Dub nearly had a nice play.
First baseman number 28, Tyler Nolker.
A bunt. Clayton comes in and gets it. And then nobody's covering third. Throw over there is off of Dub's glove. And the runner will score. So Harrison Ibis will score.
The left fielder, number 27, Peyton Magnus.
So the Tigers do get one out on the play, but now a grounder to first, and that will be taken care of for the second out of the inning.
Batting ninth, the catcher, number 39, Jake Johnson.
First pitch to Jake Johnson is outside. This one's popped up, and Clayton will have it for out number 3. But a run does score, and Blue Valley West takes a 2-0 lead over the Tigers here as we go to the third inning. This is Duckbait. This is Tiger Baseball on Duckbait TV. If you need residential interior or exterior painting done or your cabinets refinished, contact the folks at Aura et Labora Painting Company, LLC. Fort Scott native Josh Regan is ready to help with your project, so give them a call at 620-288-6617. So the Tigers still looking for their first base runner as we head to the third inning. They'll have Colton Rogers, Dexter Williams, and Ty Marbury all due up here in the inning. If anybody gets on, back to the top of the order, and Dub Chipman. That bunt play and kind of go through that here in just a moment. If you're new to baseball, first pitch, did he swing? He did. So strike 1, 2. And now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Colton.
Batting 8, the first baseman, number 20, Dexter Williams.
And a strikeout swinging. So that'll bring Dexter Williams back up. First pitch swinging there. And the 0-1 is taken outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now 1 and 2 the count. Talking about Blue Valley West tradition, the Tigers have pretty good baseball tradition themselves. They have never won the state tournament in 4A, but they've been close several times. So it's fouled back and out of play. And this tournament, I mean, every coach wants a tournament probably that is this competitive, but that one is a swing and a miss, but it gets by the catcher. On down to first is going to be Dexter Williams, so he'll be safe on a drop third strike, wild pitch. And that'll bring Ty Marbury to the plate. So the Tigers get their first base runner here. Throw to first is not in time. But you see the names of the teams in this tournament coming in, and you're a Tiger fan, you're hoping that Fort Scott can be in the championship game on Saturday. I'm sure a lot of people, especially around here, would have picked that, but you get Blue Valley North that's been here for the state tournament in the past. Blue Valley West, as I mentioned, 4 straight state tournament appearances for them. This one's grounded foul. You also have Carl Junction from Missouri that's got a pretty good program. Wellington played yesterday. They've been really good in just about everything over the last few years as well. They'll play in the third place game coming up later today. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball that just missed high. And the count goes to 1 and 2. And that competitiveness bore out. The first 5 games in this tournament were all 1-run games, including yesterday's opener. They say that They say Ty Marbury did not swing on that, so 2 balls and 2 strikes also. Dexter Williams down to second on, we'll leave it as a pass ball in my book just for right now. Swing and a miss there, so another strikeout.
Now batting the pitcher, number 7, Dub Chipman.
And now Dub Chipman back up there for the Tigers. He struck out his first time. First pitch is high. That one fouled off at the plate. Hunt has already struck out 8 Tigers. Hunt has already struck out 8 Tigers so far, and we're not even through the 3rd inning yet. So that would mean that, yeah, he hasn't had a ground out or a fly out yet. That one's fouled back. Hunt, a long look at his catcher. And now time going to be called. Reminds me a little bit just from the stats we've got so far. I don't know that his fastball is quite as good. But Ben Caderna, who was from Blue Valley Southwest, I believe, another one of the Blue Valley schools, who's rising fairly quickly in the Royals organization right now. That one's fouled off at the plate. He was here for an opening weekend a few years ago, I believe his senior season, and pitched against the Tigers. I think he's at Double-A Northwest Arkansas right now for the Royals. But there's a lot of talent recently in the Kansas City area. That pitch misses high. And I don't know if it's coincidence or if it's reality or whatever, but it seems like the spike happened right around 2013, 14, 15. When everybody in Kansas City got baseball crazy because the Royals were doing so well and winning a World Series. Swing and a miss at the plate. And so that is out number 3, strikeout number 9 through 3 innings for James Hunt. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. Still 2-0 in favor of Blue Valley West. Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact her by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com. So as we head to the bottom of the 3rd, it'll be the top of the order due up for the Jaguars, as they'll send Sam Shelton, Cole Ryherd, and Zach Noonan to the plate. But we were talking about that, and I don't know if it's just, perception or what the deal is, but there's been a lot of kids really since that 14-15 era of the Royals going to the World Series there that kids from the Kansas City area have either gotten drafted and or gone to major college programs. So, ball flown out towards left field, going back on it and making the catch is Brody Gomez. It appears the wind is not nearly as bad today as it was on Thursday during the first game, but it appears that it's in the opposite direction today than it was on Thursday. So giving the guys a little bit of fits out there in the outfield. This one bunted up the third base line, and it's going to go foul. So just to put a period on that point, baseball in Kansas City is better when the Royals are good. We'll just throw that out there. So it's good to see them winning again. Of course, they're in Cleveland this weekend, and that's been a tough place for them for a long time. So a tough game last night for the Royals, but again, they've done pretty well the last couple of years. Again, grounder to first. A nice job by Dexter Williams to take the play himself.
The right fielder, number 37, Zach Noonan.
And now Zach Noonan will step in with 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch to him, breaking ball, swung out towards right field. Coming in is Cannon, and he'll make the play, and that's out number 3. So the Jaguars are retired in order here in the third. We'll go to the fourth. Still 2-0 Blue Valley West. This is Fort Scott Tiger Baseball on Duckbait TV. Patty West and Crystal Cowan are a mother-daughter duo selling personal and commercial insurance. If you need auto, home, boat, motorcycle, ATV, business, or commercial insurance, they've got you covered. Visit them at 3 East Wall Street in downtown Fort Scott or call 620-223-0700. So as we head to the fourth inning, it'll be Cannon Brown leading things off for the Tigers. He'll be followed by Lennox Van and then Shaden Clayton. And if anybody gets on, it'll be Brody Gomez. First pitch to Cannon is fouled back to the screen. He was out on a strikeout. And a drop third strike. In the first inning. So let's hit down the left field line. Coming over and making the play is Peyton Magnus in fair territory right near the line.
Number 6, Lennox Van.
So Lennox now bats. He's also 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Everyone They've struck out now at least once against the starting pitcher, James Hunt. Pitch is high for ball 2. 2-0. And now 3-0. So good eye there by Lennox, the left-handed batter. Thursday, the Tigers played with a really heavy wind out of the northeast. That one catches the inside part of the plate. Or no, it didn't. He made a motion to first base, but it was his left hand, not his right hand, so not a strike call. He was telling Lennox to go to first. So now Clayton bats. First pitch to him misses the strike zone, 1-0. And now time going to be called. And now 2-0. So after a 4-pitch walk to Lennox, it's now 2-0 on Clayton. Here's the pitch. This one's hit into right field. Will that get down for a base hit? It will not. Nice job by the right fielder to come in and make the play, Zach Noonan. He was playing really deep in right field and had to catch that one on the run, but made the play. And that's out number 2. But the wind on Thursday, particularly in the afternoon games, the first pitch to Brody Gomez's outside was really strong out of the north. And it kind of shifted between straight out of the north, which is straight out of left field here at LaRoche, or at Regan Stadium. And out of the northwest, which would be really from foul pole to foul pole across the diamond. Now 2-0 the count on Gomez. So it was a tough day, and then mix that in with the high sun or the high sky that we had here on Thursday. It's been gorgeous sun-wise each of the 3 days of this tournament. Now the wind, maybe not quite as strong today. Here's the pitch. Did catch the inside part of the plate. Throw down to second is going to be in time to get Lennox Van trying to steal second base. So that'll finish up the inning here on the stealing. And take us to the bottom of the 4th. Still 2-0 Blue Valley West. Patty West and Crystal Cowan are a mother-daughter duo selling personal and commercial insurance. If you need auto, home, boat, motorcycle, ATV, business, or commercial insurance, they've got you covered. Visit them at 3 East Wall Street in downtown Fort Scott or call 620-223-0700. So True Tracy will lead off the inning for Blue Valley West. Tracy 0 for 1 with a fly out. Actually a foul out to the first baseman, Dexter Williams. Nice play by Dexter. His last time up. Pitch is low from Chipman. 2-0. Two-one pitch, swung through and missed. 2-2 now the count. The line on the 2-2 from Dub is hit off the end of the bat, foul. Fly ball out to center. Ty Marbury will go back and make the catch.
The third baseman, number 16, Brandon Parks.
First pitch to Brandon Parks is grounded to short. Nice play by Lennox. Over to first, and that is out number 2.
Center fielder, number 6, Harrison Ibis.
And now Harrison Ibis bats with 2 outs and the base is empty. So it's hit out towards left center field, going back, and making the play is Ty Marbury, catching up to that one out in center field. So another 1-2-3 inning for Dub Chipman and the Tigers defensively. Let's see if they can break through against James Hunt when you come back for the 5th. This is Tiger Baseball on Duck Bay TV. Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Mark, Dave, Jolene, Manda, and Tyler are ready to greet you with a smile and help with whatever you may need. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300. So Brody Gomez will lead off the inning. Gomez, who was at the plate when Lennox Van was caught stealing. And we'll have a reset. I think his count was 2 strikes, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember if it was 2-2 or 3-2, but I'll have a reset on that count as well. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This one's hit out towards right field. That is deep, but playable, it looks like, for Noonan, and he'll make the play.
The right fielder, number 16, Caden Cannon.
Now Caden Cannon will bat. First pitch to him is in there for a strike. Now outside to even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nice breaking ball there from Hunt. Swung on and missed. Came back with a fastball, it looked like there, and gets another strikeout. First pitch is swung through and missed by Colton Rogers, who, like just about everybody else in the lineup for the Tigers today, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Long look at his catcher. Hunt now readies and winds. 0-2 pitch just off the outside corner. 1-2. One-two pitch that just misses as well. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, back to the screen. Two-two pitch once again. This one's popped up, back towards us, heads up. 2-2, another foul ball. Great job by Colton to stay alive in this at bat here. 2 outs, bases empty. Top of the 5th inning. Fort Scott beginning to run out of outs a little bit here. That one's low. And fills the count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tigers still looking for their first hit. They've had a couple of base runners now, but still looking for hit number 1. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. So James Hunt continues his dominance in this one. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. When you come back, this is Fort Scott Baseball on Duck Bay TV.
Ready to turn your nails into a work of art? Hi, I'm Delana Beatty, nail tech and artist. I specialize in custom nail art as unique as you are. From vibrant designs to delicate details, I will do my best to bring your vision to life and make sure every set of nails tells your personal story. Get the perfect combination of style, quality, and fun with Nails by Delin at Spoiled Brat Salon in Fort Scott, Kansas.
So leading off the bottom of the fifth for the Blue Valley West Jaguars will be Tyler Nolker. My apologies for butchering that name most of the morning so far. First pitch to him, who's fouled back to the screen. Fort Scott has obviously, there's a ball into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit.
The left fielder, number 27, Peyton Magnus.
And it looks like a courtesy runner. Jack Sells. Sells a senior for the Jaguars. He'll run it first for first baseman Nolker. Peyton Magnus is 0 for 1 with a ground out. Bunted, that one's up in the air and caught by the catcher Rogers.
The catcher, number 39, Jake Johnson.
Until that single by Nolker, Dub had retired 9 straight. So the Tigers have been able to limit the damage so far. This is a fly ball out towards center field. Coming in and making the play is Ty Marbury for out number 2.
The designated hitter, number 11, Sam Shelton.
They'll check the runner at first, and he's back safely. Sam Shelton, the DH, is now at the plate. He's 0 for 2 so far today. He's got a ground out and a fly out. Throw down to second, and he's out. So close play there at second base, but Jack Sells is caught stealing. And that will end the 5th inning. We'll go to the 6th. Tigers down to their last 6 outs on Duckbait TV. If you need residential interior or exterior painting done or your cabinets refinished, contact the folks at Aura at Labora Painting Company, LLC. Fort Scott native Josh Regan is ready to help with your project, so give them a call at 620-288-6617.
off for the Tigers, the first baseman, number 20, Dexter Williams.
So Dexter Williams will lead off the top of the 6th inning for the Tigers, and a welcome sight for the white-clad Tigers here today. Here's a new pitcher on the mound. Riley Rigdon is coming into pitch. A right-handed senior for Blue Valley West. First pitch is grounded foul past third. So we'll see what the Tigers can do against the new pitcher now, Rigdon. As we mentioned, James Hunt, 5 innings. The pitch is fouled off at the screen. 5 shutout innings. He struck out 11 of the 16 batters he faced. Through 84 total pitches. And yeah, hasn't given up a hit, or didn't give up a hit. So not just 5 shutout innings, 5 no-hit innings against the Tigers here. This one is popped up, fouling out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Dexter Williams. He struck out his first time, but did reach first on a drop third strike wild pitch. Here's the 1-2. That one's hit back up the box, and he slipped coming out of the box. Pretty routine play for Cole Reichert at second anyway, and that's out number 1.
Number 9, Ty Marbury.
First pitch to Marbury is swung on and missed. Oh, 1 on the way. Oh, breaking ball a little bit low and away, but couldn't hold up on it. And a called strike 3.
The pitcher, number 7, Dub Chipman.
So now 2 outs. As Dub Chipman will step in. The pitcher for the Tigers here in this one. He's been fairly efficient. Mentioned the starter, James Hunt, for Blue Valley West, through 84 pitches, maybe 85, through 5 innings. Dub is still at 45, I believe. This one's fouled back and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he went through a stretch there where he retired 9 batters in a row. And Fort Scott's done a really good job of limiting the damage. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed. You got an opposing pitcher throwing and dealing like James Hunt. Sometimes you get a little anxious at the plate, but you also get anxious in the field sometimes. Pitch is outside. Pitcher thinks, I got to be perfect with every pitch. The fielder thinks, I got to be perfect with every ground ball, every fly ball, and that's when mistakes happen. But the Tigers have not made those mistakes. They've held right in there with these 6A Jaguars from Overland Park, Kansas. That's the telltale sign, too, and I wish there was a way in Kansas to account for that in postseason seating is the strength of schedule. These Tigers have played a tough schedule so far this year. Carl Junction on Thursday in the semifinal game. Of course, Ottawa, they played Paola, who has been great at baseball in 4A for the last several years as well. 3-2 pitch, that's swung on and missed at the plate, and that'll retire the Tigers. They also have games and wins over DeSoto, Andover Central, and Wichita Northwest. So Fort Scott has played a really tough schedule and pretty good record to show for it so far. We'll see what they can do coming up in the bottom of the 6th. Still 2-0 Blue Valley West over the Tigers. This is Tiger Baseball on Duckbait TV. Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact her by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com.
Number 11, Sam Shelton.
So bottom of the 6th inning, Sam Shelton will lead things off for the Jaguars as they'll go back to the top of the order. Shelton followed by Cole Ryherd and Zach Noonan. Talk about the Tigers' schedule. Swing and a miss there. They started the year in Wichita. Defeated Mulvane in extra innings 2-1. And that is a school that you may not be overly familiar with. They're not in southeast Kansas. But that is a school that's kind of going through a really nice stretch of good athletes there. They've been pretty good in most every sport over the last few years. And then Wichita Northwest, a 6A school. The Tigers beat both of those teams.
The second baseman, number 99, Cole Ryherd.
Pitch is low for ball 4, so runner on first now for Cole Ryherd, who's 1 for 2. He grounded out his last time to the first baseman, Dexter Williams, but his first at bat, he was able to get a ball and hit it the opposite way down the left field line into the corner. He's going to bunt here, and this one's going to trickle foul. 0-1. And the Tigers went to Girard, and Girard's been good in the past. They've really had a tough year this year athletically, but still a nice win, 14-1 over the Trojans. Then Andover Central and DeSoto here in Fort Scott. They beat both of those teams, and those teams have good baseball tradition. Andover Central just outside of Wichita. DeSoto, of course, in the Kansas City area. And then Paola, as I mentioned, who's been really good the last few years in baseball as well. Fort Scott tried to get the lead runner there on the bunt and didn't get the throw there quick enough, so everybody's safe.
The right fielder, number 37, Zach Noonan.
So now runners on first and second. And the first pitch to Zach Noonan is in there for a strike. See if the wheel play is on this time. Tigers did not execute that wheel play very well in the first inning. Led to the first Jaguar run. This time they'll go to first on the bunt, and they'll get the out there. So
the shortstop, number 14, True Tracy.
runners move up to second and third. Now the infield in. As True Tracy steps in there. And the first pitch to him is hit out towards left field. Going back on it, going back, and coming over actually from center field is Ty Marbury. He'll make the catch. That'll score the run from third. So it's now 3-0 on the sacrifice fly.
The third baseman, number 16, Brandon Parks.
But there's also 2 outs. So 1 ball and no strikes. The first pitch to Brandon Parks is high. This one's kind of swinging bunt out in front of the plate. And they'll take the play at first, and that'll be out number 3. The Jaguars get 1 more. They lead it 3-0 as we'll head to the 7th. The Tigers will have the top of the order. Cannon Brown, Lennox Van, and Chaden Clayton due up to try to make a dent in that scoreboard. We'll see if they can do it. When you come back, this is Tiger Baseball on Duck Bait TV. Patty West and Crystal Cowan are a mother-daughter duo selling personal and commercial insurance. If you need auto, home, boat, motorcycle, ATV, business, or commercial insurance, they've got you covered. Visit them at 3 East Wall Street in downtown Fort Scott or call 620-223-0700. So the 2-hole hitter, Cannon Brown, will lead things off here in the top of the 7th for the Tigers. They need 3 runs to tie and keep this game rolling. Cannon will be followed by Lennox Van and Chaden Clayton here in the top of the 7th. First pitch just off the outside corner. Brown 0 for 2. He struck out and flew out, but he did reach first on that strikeout on a drop third strike. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one catches the strike zone. The next game will feature Pittsburgh and Blue Valley North in the 7th place game. 1-1 pitch. That one off the inside corner and low. Not a traditional schedule today. 7th, 5th, 3rd, and championship game. Blue Valley West has prom to get to tonight. And the starter, James Hunt, was pitching like he was ready to get to prom. was moving quickly, especially early in this game. And we played just over an hour and down to the final 3 outs for the Tigers. Much quicker than, especially the first game on Thursday that lasted about 2.5 hours for the Tigers. They got the win. We'll be here all day if the Tigers. I'll be here for 5 hours and 20 innings if the Tigers get a win from it. Here's the 3-2 on the way. Right back up the middle for a leadoff base hit. Heads up to Riley Rigdon, the relief pitcher, who nearly had his ball cap taken off on that line drive. Yeah, that's the first Tiger hit as well. First pitch to Lennox in this at-bat is fouled back to the screen. One pitch just misses off the outside corner. You know, the Greyhound baseball team had a game kind of like this when we went over there. Is that just Monday that we went over there? This week has taken forever, it seems like. There's a swing and a miss at the plate. They were getting no hit for 6 innings. The relief pitcher came in the 7th. Actually, no, it was still the starter. They got their first couple of hits and runs off of him, forced extra innings. And a swing and a miss. Looked like a high fastball there, but too good to take. And that's out number 1. So now Chayton Clayton steps in. Clayton's had a couple of flyouts. He flew out to left field. He's also flown out to right in this one. We don't feel the wind quite as bad as we did on Thursday. This one's poked down the left field line. Coming over is Magnus. He'll make the play, though, and that's out number 2.
The left fielder, number 4, Brody Gomez.
I was saying we don't feel the wind up at our broadcast position quite like we did on Thursday, but the flags and on the scoreboard in left center field tell you that it's still playing havoc out there for those fielders. So good job by Magnus for Blue Valley West to chase that one down. Tough luck for Chayton and the Tigers. That one catches the inside corner, 0-1. Gomez, 0 for 2. He struck out and flown out. Here's the 0-1. This one's hit foul off the left side. The Tigers down to their final strike this morning. Oh-2 pitch on the way. That one's hit into center field. Will it get down? It will. So the Tigers stay alive. And now the tying run comes to the plate. And it'll be Caden Cannon, the right fielder, batting. Meeting there between the catcher and pitcher. Probably something like, just calm down. First pitch is swung on and missed. Oh, 1 delivery. Swung through and missed. And once again, the Tigers down to their final strike. Now we feel the wind a little bit. Shouldn't have said anything. The kick in the 0-2, grounded right out to the pitcher. He's got it. He'll throw it to first, and that'll take care of the Tigers here in the 7th. And Blue Valley West takes home the championship of the 2025 Adam LaRoche Varsity Baseball Tournament. We'll take a break and come back and wrap things up. This is Tiger Baseball on Duckbait TV. Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact her by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com. Patty West and Crystal Cowan are a mother-daughter duo selling personal and commercial insurance. If you need auto, home, boat, motorcycle, ATV, business, or commercial insurance, they've got you covered. Visit them at 3 East Wall Street in downtown Fort Scott or call 620-223-0700. If you need residential interior or exterior painting done or your cabinets refinished, contact the folks at Aura at Labora Painting Company, LLC. Fort Scott native Josh Regan is ready to help with your project, so give them a call at 620-288-6617.
Ready to turn your nails into a work of art? Hi, I'm Delana Beatty, nail tech and artist. I specialize in custom nail art as unique as you are. From vibrant designs to delicate details, I will do my best to bring your vision to life and make sure every set of nails tells your personal story. Get the perfect combination of style, quality, and fun with Nails by Delin at Spoiled Brat Salon in Fort Scott, Kansas.
Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Mark, Dave, Jolene, Manda, and Tyler are ready to greet you with a smile and help with whatever you may need. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300.
Jaguars.
If you're interested in helping us out at Duckbait Media, bringing more Tiger and Greyhound athletic events, become a sponsor today. Contact us at tonyabady@gmail.com, duckbaitmedia@gmail.com, or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/duckbaitmedia. We're here to bring you the best of the Tigers and Hounds on youtube.com/duckbaittv. So as we welcome you back in, trying to wrap things up here. The Fort Scott Tigers fall to the Blue Valley West Jaguars in the championship game. Of the tournament here today. All right. So again, the Fort Scott Tigers fall in this one 3-0, the final score. Really great pitching performance by James Hunt. Really, all three pitchers pitched really well in this game. Dub Chipman just on the tough luck side of it. But again, Fort Scott, James Hunt for Blue Valley West struck out. Up here real quick now that I've gotten out of it. James Hunt, in his 5 innings of work, did not allow a hit or a run and struck out 11 Tigers. Walked only 1. And again, did not allow a hit or a run, so a good performance, a great performance by James Hunt. Riley Rigdon came in and finished things off. Again, Dub Chipman pitched really well himself as he threw the 6 innings for the Tigers. Did allow 3 runs, 2 of them earned, but only allowed 4 hits in this game. So again, Dub pitched well himself, just not quite as good as Hunt did. Fort Scott only got a couple of hits in this game. Cannon had 1 of them. Brody Gomez had the other one. Leading batters for Blue Valley West. Well, nobody had more than 1 hit for the Jaguars either. Cole Ryherd, Zach Noonan, Harrison Ibis, and Tyler Nolker all had just 1 hit for the Jaguars. So just a great pitching performance all the way around. Just a little bit better by James Hunt, and the Jaguars get the victory and take the championship of the 2025 Adam LaRoche Varsity Baseball Tournament. Fort Scott, of course, finishes second. Your totals today: Blue Valley West, 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. Fort Scott, no runs on 2 hits, 1 error, 3 runners left on base. James Hunt got the win in the start. Again, he pitched 5 no-hit innings for the Jaguars. Dub Chipman took the tough luck loss for the Tigers, and Riley Rigdon takes the save as Blue Valley West stays undefeated, improves to 11-0. The Tigers fall to 9-2. Game took 1 hour and 23 minutes, which was about an hour shorter than the Tigers' first game on Thursday. So, but anyway, tough luck loss for the Tigers. They fall to 9-2 overall with a 3-0 loss. Their next game will be on the 14th. That's Monday, is that right? Yes, Monday. They travel to Chanute. Our next broadcast for Tiger Baseball will be next Friday as they host Pittsburgh in an SDK League battle. So we'll be excited to have that one for you here on Duckbait TV. And we'll keep you up to date on next broadcast for the JUCO baseball and softball, and also Tiger softball coming up over the next few days and weeks here in the spring season. The next game here at LaRoche, we'll go through the schedules really quickly. Next one will be Blue Valley North and Pittsburgh playing for 7th place. That'll be followed by the 3rd place game featuring Carl Junction and Wellington. And then Ottawa and Tonganoxie will play at 4 o'clock, scheduled at 4 o'clock in 5th place. If you've got nothing to do today, I invite you to come out to the LaRoche complex here, Dave Regan Stadium, and check out this baseball, the final day of the baseball tournament. Looks like it's going to be a gorgeous day sun-wise. Maybe a little breezy for a little while, but looks like it's going to be a great day for the rest of the tournament as well. So, again, if you're not doing anything and you don't want to sit on the couch at home, I encourage you to come out here to Dave Regan Stadium and take in the rest of the tournament here. As it should be good baseball and great baseball weather as well. Thanks again for joining us. Again, the final score 3-0 in favor of Blue Valley West over the Fort Scott Tigers. For my dad, Willie, on the camera, I am Tony Abatey. Thanks again so much for joining us and watching this production of Duckbait TV on YouTube.com. Until next time, good afternoon, Kansas.